Hey guys, Diju22 here, and up next is a triple threat match between Vince McMahon, Alex Riley, and Mario. Nothing special much. This is just a match that was made by the board of directors, and I approved of it. So that is as the chairman of the board, but nonetheless, let's go. Okay, so yeah, Evan Bourne is now the spray painted champion, one of the spray painted champions, and now he has to live with the fact that he is now disgraced. And until he is able to get rid of the championship, much like Alberto Del Rio did by not being. He didn't exactly win, but he wasn't the first man eliminated. Sorry about that. So yeah, he finally got off the snide, did Del Rio, but he still lost the match, and Goldust would go on to win the match, and that's pretty much that. Good. Just got. Yeah, once again, I'm having water in a coffee cup. Really, Rick, that is, Retro Rick, the promoter of XTW. Yeah, he really went off the wall when I told him that I was drinking water out of a coffee cup. And he was pretty much laughing his butt off, when I glitched out. I mean, I was like in the air. If you were not watching the match that I had, or not the match, if you didn't see the Fatal 4-Way match, I'll just tell you that while me and MG Blue and Nufi Bongo were attacking Slim Kirby, I kind of glitched out for whatever reason. And it was like I was riding a bike or something, kind of like the Wicked Witch of the East, Like, that was like some crazy shit, man. I've never ever glitched out before, but I'm pretty sure some people have glitched out, and it has nothing to do with video games. It has a lot to do with their mental abilities, or rather their mental disabilities. I'm not making fun of anybody, but there are some people out there that just that were either born with it, or it just happened. When a terrible accident happened, like. Oh, and I should also mention that in the case of football, I mean it also happened to Chris Benoit, but we don't really know it to be true, because as far as Chris Benoit was concerned, why he killed himself and why he killed his family, I'll never know. But as for Junior Seau, for those of you who are dedicated football fans, and I'm pretty sure Retro Rick would know what I mean when I talk about Junior Seau, I mean he was a Hall of Famer, and no doubt he would have been first ballot Hall of Famer. But I still can't get over the fact that he killed himself, and I don't know why. As far as I know, there was no reason that he had to kill himself. Double neckbreaker onto Vince McMahon, but really, there was no indication, or there was no reason that Junior Seau had to kill himself. I just don't get it, folks. I really do not get it. I mean, my father Tuju, or Tuju, excuse me. Yeah, my father Tuju, he had no idea. He couldn't figure it out to save his life, really. I couldn't figure it out. My dad Tuju couldn't figure it out. And not my grandfather. He's passed away, but my mother, Mrs. Tuju. Yeah, that's my mother's name, Mrs. Tuju. She couldn't figure it out either, but I don't understand why he killed himself. I really don't. But really the alleged purpose that he might have killed himself was the head trauma. As far as I know, kind of like what wrestling has done to get rid of the chair shots to the head. I mean, in real life, they pretty much, did away with chair shots to the head simply because of the head trauma that it caused. I mean, some independent promotions still do it, but not to the extent that we used to have, like in the late '90s and throughout the 2000s. I mean, we've seen a lot of chair shots to the head, and they were vicious at that. And to my knowledge, out of all the people that have gotten a lot of chair shots to the head, I don't think anyone took so many than Vince McMahon. I mean, Vince has gotten hit in the head too many times with the chair, and he's not exactly a spring chicken anymore. But be that as it may, football is starting to try. What the NFL is trying to do is they're trying to limit the headshots. Like the use of the helmet or helmet-to-helmet contact, or tackling head first. Because sometimes when you tackle head first, you can bump into another player's head, and that's not a good thing because, well, it's a debilitating injury. I mean, of course, pro wrestling is different. You try to hurt someone. So, hang on a second. So when I hear that guys like Jim McMahon, no relation to Vince, Jim, anyone who knows Jim knows that he was the quarterback for the 1985 Chicago Bears that won the Super Bowl. Anyone who was fortunate enough to have witnessed him in his prime, if you see him now, it's like, what happened to him? I mean, well, first old age, which is pretty obvious, but that's not the big reason. It's like, wow, talk about insult to injury, just going right at him with that testicular claw. And now what's Mario going to do? Well, Mario was going to go for the flatliner, but Alex Riley broke that up. But anyways, yeah, the head trauma, that was caused during their playing days. And now Vince McMahon is hung to dry. And this allows Alex Riley to deliver a neckbreaker onto Mario. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is the players, the former players, because they took so many shots to the head, they just can't remember anything. And wait a minute, pinfall cover, 1, 2, 3, and Vince McMahon has been eliminated at the hands of Riley with that one move he calls dismissed. But anyways, back to but really, yeah, these the former players, the former football players that include Jim McMahon and Jamal Lewis. Okay, that's his name. Wait a minute, pinfall cover. 1, no. Yeah, some of the football players, up until they died, or, yeah, most of them have short-term memory problems. And it's kind of disturbing because these guys used to be, perfectly healthy and all, and whoa, what a counter by Mario. But yeah, some of these guys, at the prime of their careers, you would think that they're invincible, but over the years, their head has not been in the right place. In the case of this one, I forgot the name of him, but after his playing days were over, his demeanor, his behavior changed for the worse because he went from being this nice guy that everybody loved to a man that was, you know, abusive, and he kind of took it out on the wife, and he took it out on his kids. And then he died by a heart attack. But, you know, his head was just so messed up simply from all the shots that he took when he was in his football career and during his football career. And it's so disturbing to see that these guys that were at one point seemed invincible, and yet mentally they've become ill. So I apologize for making this a long draw. I apologize for dragging this conversation out, but yeah, football players are suffering head trauma, and you know, you got to keep your head on a swivel. That's just what I'm trying to say. But enough about that. Let's just move on. A whip into the corner goes Mario. And a reversal with that drop toe hold onto Alex Riley. A chop block onto Alex Riley. So yeah, Vince has been eliminated already. And these two are still going at it. And Mario going for a cross arm breaker. And no, Alex gets out of it. A-Rai, as his friends call him, gets out of it. And delivers a neck breaker onto Mario. Now keep in mind, Mario is a former World Heavyweight Champion. And is a member of the Republic. So for Alex Riley to be in the ring this long with Mario is an incredible feat in and of itself, because, you know, Mario is a superstar. I mean, Mario has pretty much done it all, and I mean, what can I say? Fail. Anyways, Mario is a true superstar in every sense of the word. So a hip toss onto Alex Riley. And yes, we are very busy in the office today. And right now, Alex Riley is on the attack as he delivers a knee breaker onto Mario. An elbow smash. And wow. Not only does he do it to Vince, he also did it to Alex Riley. But the end is near. Flatliner right to Alex Riley, and this has got to be academic, folks. 1, 2. Oh, he kicked out at 1? I'll tell you one thing. Alex Riley is bringing it to Mario as he delivered that spine buster onto Mario. I'll tell you one thing. I'll give Alex Riley some credit. I mean, he's holding in there against Mario, who's a former world champion, as I said before. An STO by Mario. And now Mario pulls the hamstrings of Alex Riley. And now he goes for another cover. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Mario was able to win. So far we've had 5 matches, all in one video, so I'm very happy about that. As Mario wins this triple threat match, he gets $300 for his trouble, of course. That's the jackpot for triple threat matches, and Mario is so happy. Now wait, what's Mario doing? Mario, what are you doing? Oh, come on. Haven't you done enough? Wait a minute. That's Husky Harris, and he just saved Alex Riley. Are you kidding me? For a moment, I thought he was going to help Alex Riley, but instead I guess he wanted to get his hands on Riley, and I guess he wanted to do the damage himself. I mean, folks, I don't know what this is all about, but whatever it is, we'll have to find out next time. But folks, up next is the main event, so stay tuned for that, as it's up next.